And guys, what is happening once again? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for part 2, baby. I had to do the New Day invitation for a second. Of my 2 live reviews I'm doing tonight. I just did my 205 live review. Now I'm going to be doing my live review for this week's episode of NXT. The June 13th, 2018 edition of NXT, of course, took place at Full Sail Arena, and this was the go-home show for NXT TakeOver Chicago 2. Overall, it was a good go-home show. Not really, my opinion, the greatest go-home show I've seen from an NXT TakeOver. Well, probably because, we've had a couple, the biggest blow-offs for, the biggest, well, I should say blow-offs, but, the final, confrontations between couple, the better matches already happened. We more so just got some promo packages for the matches happening, which they were all good. And then a couple matches there that weren't too bad at all, definitely. So it was still a good show, but not definitely as good as we have seen in the past couple weeks, I'd say, for NXT. But it was still a good show from what we got. No way in the live chat, that's completely fine. So let's get started now. We we did have a very good UK Championship match. I may up my grade a little bit. We'll see what happens. I go through the show again. I'll mention the grade I give, and we'll see what happens here. So we started off with a tag team match. It was the War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe. I still never remember which one is dating Sarah Logan. I think it's Rowe. I think it's dating Sarah Logan. But every time I think I got it right, and then I look at it again, I'm like, oh wait, no, it's this person. But anyways, War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe have a match. I haven't seen them for a while. Taking on a team of 2 jobbers, Ricky Martinez and Justin Storm. It was pretty much, for the most part, just a squash match for War Raiders to put them over again. We have Rowe daring Martinez to come in and face him, and when he doesn't go too well, he gets Hanson. They throw butt first into Martinez's face. Rowe lays out Storm, and it's a hip toss, the high knee, and then the finishing up with the fall. So just a quick squash match put over the War Raiders. I believe next week they're going to be having a match against TM61, or they're being called out just the Mighty also. So that should be an interesting match, definitely, to see, with TM61, going through the heel turn. Of course, Hanson and Rowe are the upcomers, in the tag team division as well. So we'll see what happens. Definitely next week we get that match, which next week's episode I probably will review. I usually say I don't. Well, we'll see what happens next week. I usually don't always 100%. I don't always. What's what I'm looking for? I get tongue twisted here. I don't always plan on reviewing the episode of NXT after a pay-per-view, because most of it is just a recap show showing the highlights from what happened at TakeOver and a couple dark matches that mean absolutely nothing. But I feel like the match we're going to get next week could mean something, I feel. So we'll see what happens next week's show as well. But after the match, the War Raiders called out Shane Thorne and Nick Miller, saying they call themselves the Mighty. We'll show them Mighty, and then they flatten out Justin Storm again. So that's why we're getting a match next week between the Mighty and War Raiders. And then we have Undisputed Era having a meeting backstage, but then Adam Cole chases out the cameraman, yelling and say, "Hey, no one films them unless they say so," pretty much. So, I get that all the time for being a videographer. People are like, "Hey, don't film me." And Adam Cole did the same thing, shooing them off. As later on, we're going to be getting a UK title match between Pete Dunne and Kyle O'Reilly. And then we had the video package, though, for the Gargano and Ciampa match, the Chicago street fight on Saturday, to get us hyped for the street fight. And then Johnny ends it by saying last year he left Chicago in an ambulance, and this year he's going to make sure Tommaso Ciampa leaves that way also, which I cannot wait for that match on Saturday. I mean, I think, the match at TakeOver New Orleans is definitely a 5-star classic, a great match. But it was great because of its emotional side, I feel like, TakeOver Chicago 2 is not going to be as much of an emotional match. It's going to be more of more brutal, I think. Chicago, New Orleans was brutal. I think what stood out more is the what do you call it now? The emotional part of it. So we'll definitely see where it goes there. But I'm looking forward to another good video package. I'm thinking it should be the main event again. Takeover Chicago too. It was. I know they main evented Takeover New Orleans, but again, as I've said for how many months before, they had their first match, Takeover New Orleans. No matter what happens, nothing's going to top off what Gargano and Ciampa do. Everything they do is gold, and they're great performers. And I really think this street fight at Takeover Chicago too will be tough to top off. So I think it should be the main event. I posted a poll on Twitter also saying, which match do you think will be the main event at Takeover Chicago on Saturday? Either going to be the NXT Championship match between Aleister Black and Lars Sullivan, or the Gargano and Ciampa street fight. And I have 3 votes. All 3 of them said Gargano and Ciampa, which is what I agree with. So I look forward to seeing what they do on Saturday. Live review. Live chat. Dakota says NXT was good, but in my opinion, SmackDown was the best show this week. But Takeover will be an A+, and Money in the Bank will be an A-. I think Styles Nakamura will steal the show Sunday. Good predictions. If you could pick 2 people from each Money in the Bank match, who would it be? Mine will be The Miz and Finn Balor, and Becky and Banks. Let me see here. I definitely still picking The Miz for Money in the Bank. Yeah, Miz for Money in the Bank for the men. Who else would I want the men to win? I mean, I definitely agree with Balor. I think my second pick though maybe Rusev though. I think Rusev could use a little bit more momentum than Balor. I think, but I mean, I'm not any of the men from SmackDown Live. I'd be fine with winning. For Raw, Strowman would be too predictable to see him win. Balor, sure. Bobby Roode. I don't see Bobby Roode winning. So Owens, I don't see Owens winning either. So I'd say anybody from the SmackDown side I think has a better chance of winning, or Finn Balor on the Raw side. I'd say so. I say my top 2. My top one's definitely The Miz, and I think my second one's Rusev, then Balor, then any of the New Day members, then Joe. I'd say would be my order. For the women, I still want to go with Becky. Like that's my number 1 pick is Becky. Which she picks her. I mean, he picked there. I don't see Sasha winning. I don't want Alexa Bliss to win. I don't see Naomi or Charlotte winning. I don't see Lana either. I mean, I feel like it's only. I still not crazy about the idea of Natalya winning. Also, I just don't see it. I mean, I can't pick a second one, but I still say my number 1 pick to win is still Becky. Are the War Raiders faced? Not sure. I heard the War Raiders will be called up at SummerSlam. Really? The Bar will turn face to face the Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam. Could maybe. Watch the tag match main event. I don't think it's in the main event. Bliss may win because she's been losing too much lately for a Money in the Bank participant. Alexa doesn't need the briefcase right now. Maybe I just think Alexa Bliss needs to Alexa Bliss needs to, get a little bit of a refresh of character, just ease off from the main events in the women's division for a while. I got a tweet from Robbie. He said, "Hey Mike, I'm gonna tweet you a screenshot of my Women's Revolution ice cream bars. If you can just do me one flavor and read the entire list out loud for your viewers. Let's go for it, Robbie. Let's see what it is." If he I heard Natalya won't win because it's too easy to pick her. I mean, I just still don't really dig a feud between her and Ronda also either. That's why I wouldn't want to see. Let me just tell Robbie to send them my way. Send them my way. So so let's wait for Robbie to send out those ice cream flavors. For us, I really should, well, I'm been a little pretty busy. I really should take up the idea and definitely make like ice cream bars with those flavors like I did for the Zelina Vega ice cream bar I made. People are so annoying on Instagram. Anyways, not getting way off topic. Anyways, getting back to the review though. We then had a match. It was EC3 taking on Cassius Ohno. Well, the officials had to keep them separate before the match started because Ohno wants to attack EC3 after EC3 disrespected him at his photo shoot last week, and EC3 just laughs in his face. It's just put more emphasis on on EC3 as a heel, and Ono shoves him down and takes him to the ground. And EC3 hits the floor to regroup when Ono follows to a delivery of Fury of chops. EC3 gets on offense, so eventually he gets his knees up on a senton. He controls things for a bit, but Ono blocks a kick after taking a forearm to the back and launches into his own Fury of forearms. And a bicycle kick and back senton connects. When EC3 tries to go to the floor, though, Ono hit him with a senton there, and then Cassius put him back in the ring. But then EC3 dodged a move that ends with Ono going throw first into the top rope. He then turned into the finish, which was his 1% finisher for EC3 to get the win. Solid match, not too bad. It was definitely, just a match that, give EC3 a match against a more credible opponent to get him going. I still wonder if he's going to interfere, though, in the match. I think he's going to main event Gargano and Ciampa on the street. But I still wonder if that's going to happen, though, because of based off of Johnny interrupting his match. I mean, the thing is, though, Gargano, EC3 didn't lose the match, but they could do that. As I'm wondering, the only way I think Tommaso Ciampa will win the match on Saturday is if EC3 interferes. Because I think what should happen is EC3 will attack Gargano, and it'll help Ciampa win the match, and Ciampa will win. I don't know if Ciampa will go to the championship match or he'll go to the main roster, but I think eventually the Ciampa and Gargano feud will continue up on the main roster. So it could be a way to help pull them away from each other for now and bring them back when they get to the main roster, which I'd say will be sometime by the end of the year. I'm not sure when it will happen. But either way, I'd say if Ciampa wins, I'd say he's either going to the main roster or he'll fight Aleister Black at TakeOver Brooklyn for the NXT Championship. I don't know this is a bold prediction, but we'll see if that happens. We have Robbie's list, but I'll read them a little bit later on, though. But I will get to them. I think that it's smart to have one contract on each brand. Yeah, probably. I think so too, but especially since SmackDown also had both of the contracts last year. I thought that was stupid how it was just a SmackDown branded pay-per-view. That was dumb. But I will again read that list of Robbie's ice cream bars at the end of the video. Then we had Bianca Belair taking on Aaliyah. I tweeted this out. I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I love Aaliyah. Aaliyah, I feel is definitely a talent that definitely deserves to be, treated a little bit more seriously. She's beautiful. I think she has good talents. I mean, I know this is a match people go over Bianca Belair, which I'm totally for, but I think it's time we definitely start taking Aaliyah a little more seriously also. But Bianca Belair had the match. This is the first time she's had a match since the promo of this, more introducing of more of who she is pretty much. And I thought, the match she put on here wasn't too bad. Aaliyah came out in her new gears. It was designed by her best friend, Donatella Versace. She does some taunting at the start, and then she gets a forearm to the mush from Belair, and then Bianca pretty much just had almost all the offense throughout the rest of the match. Aaliyah tried to get some in there as well, but Bianca Belair would come up top with it, following a sit-out face buster. Then we had a video package for Nikki Cross and Shayna Baszler, the Queen of Spades. In an interview, asked if she thinks Nikki Cross can beat her, and Cross stands in front of a trash can, fire, playing cards, and burning, a Queen of Spades card into flames, saying her chaos is going to make Baszler's championship hers, emphasizing how, when Baszler became champion, it's like in Harry Potter when Voldemort thought he killed Harry. Like Voldemort thought he was in full control pretty much. And that's what happened with Shayna Baszler. It's oh dear, the big bully is now champion. So now we got to, go through her in order to get to where we want to be, which was emphasized, in that segment where she came to the locker room late for a meeting, feeling like she can do whatever she wants because she's the champion. She just thinks she can do whatever she wants, as I said before. How, continues to, intimidate people such as, Dakota Kai especially. And she feels like everybody's feeling that way about her except for Nikki Cross, because Nikki Cross is the one who loves pain. She does not fear Shayna Baszler at all. And that isn't a weakness exposed to Shayna Baszler, that she has to overcome someone who is not afraid of her at all. Now, I still think Shayna should win on Saturday. Although Dakota told me in my last review for 205 Live that apparently WWE is not impressed with Shayna's microphone skills. They're going to take the title off of her. That's really disappointing if that is the case, because I really think Shayna Baszler, is a short swing to the point with the promo she has to cut. I think, she's effective in everything. I don't know why I think she hasn't had that. I'll get to why I'm predicting, though, in the long run in a second, though. I still would like to see Shayna retain on Sunday. But then we had Kathy Kelly interviewing Dakota Kai, and Kai is saying she's proud she stood up to Shayna a few weeks ago, and thinks next time the Bianca will be different. Maybe she'll adopt some of Nikki's craziness. And then Bianca Belair rolls up, angry that Kathy Kelly's talking to Dakota, and not her. She takes over in an interview, running down Dakota as talking tough but being scared. Belair tells her to hear the win in the back, to go to the back of the line, how she's deserving the opportunities, and Dakota says those mind games might have worked from Baszler, but they won't work now. She challenges the EST for next week. And Bianca says that she likes that, but Dakota won't. So we're getting a match next week also between Dakota Kai and Bianca Belair. It's still a tough situation again, because again, I want to see Shayna Baszler hold on the title. I would love to see her at least hold on to it till Survivor Series weekend. I feel there is a chance, though, she may drop at TakeOver Brooklyn 4. But we're coming to a weird situation here where it's like, Dakota Kai needs to be the one to dethrone Shayna Baszler. I still feel, because the history is there and it writes itself. But Bianca Belair, though, she's been built up long enough. I feel like she is ready. So what I'm proposing is maybe at TakeOver Brooklyn 4, do a triple threat match between Baszler, Belair, and Dakota Kai. And either way, I'd say either, I'm trying to think of how I would do this. Maybe Dakota Kai wins the championship there, but she doesn't pin Shayna Baszler. She pins Bianca Belair. Or, I think either way, or, Shayna pins Bianca. So there's some way to have, Dakota being able to get the second match, the one-on-one match, the weekend of Survivor Series weekend, whichever TakeOver that is. I keep saying, I don't know if it's going to be LA TakeOver, or I've heard rumors of it being TakeOver War Games 2. So I think that they should do a triple threat match at TakeOver Brooklyn 4, Baszler, Belair, and Dakota Kai, because I just think it would be weird having, Belair and Baszler face off of them, both of them being heels. So insert Dakota Kai in there again. I don't think she should take the pinfall or whatnot, but in some ways have the one-on-one match Survivor Series weekend between Baszler and Dakota Kai, where Dakota Kai conquers her fear and beats Shayna Baszler. That's what I think should happen, in my honest opinion. Let's see here. What we got in the live chat? I think Gargano needs to go to the main roster by SummerSlam at the latest, if that's possible. Candice LeRae will turn heel and be with Ciampa at Chicago 2. That would be quite a swerve if that happened. Dakota thinks that he can see her interfering to stop Ciampa when he is destroying Gargano, pleads with him, and Ciampa hits her, and it fires Gargano up, and is his comeback, and he beats Ciampa and checks on Candice after. Maybe. I'll send you the link if I can find it. I saw about Baszler on ODQ. Again, that would be ridiculous if that's the case about Baszler. Hassan's predictions are Shayna retains, Aleister Black retains, Tommaso Ciampa wins, and Undisputed Era retains, Ricochet wins. Close to my predictions, I'd say pretty much. Yeah, I think Shayna's going to retain, Aleister's going to retain. I'm going for the long run saying EC3 interferes and Tommaso wins. Undisputed Era is going to retain. I think Ricochet is going to defeat Velveteen Dream. Dakota Kai looks like Bailey, kind of. She pretty much is the Bailey. You have the hugger gimmick. Don't remind us this is your life. And I'm talking about Dakota Kai, not you. My predictions are Cross wins the title, Black retains, Undisputed Era retains, Gargano wins, and Ricochet wins. Not bad predictions. Gargano wins by knockout. Ooh. If Gargano would win, I think that would be the best route for him to go with how brutal this feud's gone, especially with, I still think after what happened in last week's segment, there should be some blood in that street fight. I think it needs to get that far. But Gargano winning by knockout, I think that would be a great finish. I like that idea idea, Dakota. Definitely go with that. Referee stoppage. Yes, I definitely think that's a great idea there. But thank you for that stuff, guys. Let's continue on here. Then we have this match, which is obviously easily the match of the night. I felt Pete Dunne taking on Kyle O'Reilly for the United Kingdom Championship. Hear that, Brock Lesnar? Pete Dunne is defending the United Kingdom Championship, not at a pay-per-view. He's only, Pete Dunne hasn't even defended the title at a pay-per-view. He has only he won it at a pay-per-view, but he has only defended it on NXT ever since. So I just know how many times Pete Dunne has defended that UK title, then Brock Lesnar has defended that Universal title. And the sad part is, well, I'll say it whenever I get the time to do my rant video on Brock Lesnar's Universal title reign breaking CM Punk's world title. I will say that for there. This is about NXT, which again was still a good show, I thought. This match was definitely a lot of fun. O'Reilly came out alone. Surprisingly, the Undisputed Era did not come out until after the match was over. I thought they would come out sooner, but it was a lot of back and forth action here between Dunne and O'Reilly. I think the match was at a really good pace. It definitely also, showed that Kyle O'Reilly was someone I just didn't think was much of a singles star potential at first. I mean, I thought he had some, but he was still kind of green as a single star a little bit, but he definitely showed me he has a lot more potential as a single star than definitely than before this match. But it was just, there's a lot of back and forth action. O'Reilly tried taking off his take out Pete Dunne's mouth guard that he wears, but then Dunne, of course, I love those finger, snaps that he always does on them, and all the brutal action as well, just going back and forth again. Pete Dunne, probably about 5'10", 205. He's a little bit bigger for his height, but flies around like crazy and everything. It was just a great back and forth match for UK title, I thought. Dunne retained, though, after hitting the bitter end. After, again, O'Reilly took the mouth guard out of Dunne, but then Dunne snapped O'Reilly's finger and then him at the bitter end to get the victory. Afterwards, the rest of the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and Roderick Strong came to the ring and they attacked. And Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch, Undisputed Era's opponents for this Sunday, come up to make the save. Cole and Dunne battle outside, and then so that way, the four facing off in the tag title match on Saturday can face off. So Lorcan and Burch get the upper hand on them, tossed him to the floor. Roddy was tossed on top of O'Reilly, and then they retrieve their belts and they just walk up the ramp. So yeah, again, I think that should be a good tag match between them. I still think Undisputed Era is going to retain, though, as I think they'll probably drop the titles at Brooklyn 4 with whoever they face there. But yeah, good match. Definitely an awesome match by Dunne and O'Reilly. Then we had the matches being announced for next week, making official for Belair taking on Dakota Kai, and then Warriors against the Mighty. And then we had the last segment of the night was Aleister Black coming out. And he said that Lars Sullivan thinks he has his number. When Lars caught his black mass, he's not going to lie, it rattled him. But he'll feel the full force of the black mass in Chicago, where he'll learn his carnage is not imminent, because he'll simply fade to black. And then Lars came out to the ring, and then it was go time. They brawled. They landed a few kicks on there, but then Sullivan turned him inside with a lariat, and then he hits Black with a freak accident. And then Al was trying to get back to his feet, but then Sullivan grabs him again and hits him again with the freak accident. And then he drags him to his feet for a third, and he carries champ and his belt to the announce table. And he just lays Black across the desk, stands over him, holding the title high and yelling at Aleister's face, "This is your reality in Chicago," as we go off the air. So again, this feud between Sullivan and Black hasn't had too much build. Well, especially Sullivan, interfered in what was going on with Ricochet and Velveteen Dream, as both of them had the intentions of being NXT champions someday, and Sullivan interfered, causing the handicap match, and for Sullivan to prove himself worthy, and that's what got Sullivan the title opportunity at TakeOver Chicago. And again, as I said before, Lars Sullivan has been booked as an intelligent wrecking ball, and this whole idea of Black not being able to hit the black mass on Sullivan, as Sullivan grabbed onto his his foot and stopped it from happening. You know, it definitely brought out a weakness for Aleister Black and made Lars Sullivan look great as well. I mean, I don't see Sullivan winning. I mean, even though both of them are undefeated, well, Black is undefeated in one-on-one competition. He did take Sullivan lost in a couple multiple person matches, but Black did take the pin in the Fatal 4 No More Contenders match at the end of the year last year, even though the Undisputed Era did beat him down. But one-on-one, Aleister Black is still undefeated. So someone's one-on-one match undefeated streak will be coming to an end on Sunday as well. But I think Aleister Black retains. I don't see him dropping that title for a while. I was trying to think what I would want to see take the title off of him. Not sure, but we'll see what happens down the line. And I think that was a good way to go off the air here for the show. Live chat, let's see what we got here. Everyone is saying there will be blood. There better be. Pete Dunne is almost at a 400-day reign. Well, good. He deserves it. I think they need to bend the rules, the rule book, like Gargano and Ciampa use their chair shots to the head and tables and outside the ring. And I heard Black will be champion until next year's WrestleMania. Interesting. I mean, I definitely think Black would be a guy. Like, here's the thing about NXT that kind of bothers me. It's like some people I feel, get really short title reigns. And it's like, okay, you got the title, but you're going to give this person the next pay-per-view. I feel like, we haven't got like a long title reign for a while with the NXT championship. Well, Bobby Roode was like 7 months, I think it was 7 or 8 months. So that wasn't too bad. I don't think having Aleister Black carrying for about a year would definitely, because I think he's definitely worthy of carrying a title for that long with, how good he's been built up and helped build up a lot of the other talent around him. Just be curious to see who's the one he's going to drop it to eventually. But yeah, so I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. I definitely think that all needs to happen. I think he should just vacate and debut at Mania. Ooh, Aleister Black debuted at Mania, vacating the NXT Championship. That'd be interesting. I would like to see that. But yeah, the Gargano and Ciampa match needs to be dead. I think it's gonna be brutal and deadly, and just being a little bit edgy. Also, I feel there needs to be some blood. There's gonna be tables being broken, chairs being. It's gonna be a flat out fight, and I cannot wait for it. Which is why also I keep announcing on Saturday I'm going to do live reactions during the show for the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet match and the Gargano and Ciampa Street Fight. There will be live reactions for both of those matches. I'm going to be, here in my room watching the show alone. And then of course, I also have plans for the rest of this week. I'm hoping to finish Patches of Hall and 2 of a Let's Play. But wrestling wise, I did get hit with a last minute gig tomorrow, so I'll be working during the day tomorrow. But I will try my best also to get the Brock Lesnar rant on his title reign video recorded maybe either later on tonight or sometime tomorrow, because I do have the special live stream I'm doing tomorrow night. And if you would like to participate and leave me some stream thoughts as well, be sure to check out my video of who you think should or should have won the Money in the Bank briefcase. I will also probably tomorrow also record my top 10 topics show for the month of June, for kind of my preview for both TakeOver, Chicago 2, and Money in the Bank. I'll do that. I'll try to record that tomorrow as well, or Friday, but get that video out there. And then again, the 2 live reactions on Saturday. I'll do a live review of NXT TakeOver Chicago 2 also Saturday night. And then Sunday, well, I'll be watching it with friends, but I will do a live review of Money in the Bank after the show. So that is the plan for the rest of this week for this channel. And on my live stream tomorrow, probably around like 8 or 9, I'd say tomorrow night. I'd say it would be, hopefully that'll be when the special live stream happens tomorrow night. So hopefully about then. But thank you to Ko for joining me in the live chat, and also Hassan also. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you guys again for joining me for both of these live reviews tonight. What are your thoughts on NXT? I'm gonna give it this week's episode, I'll give it a B. It was a good show, but I felt like, could have been a little bit better for a go-home show, but I still thought it was a good show. Oh, and that's right. Also, I almost forgot. Robbie's, the name of Robbie's ice cream bars he told me to share. Okay, so we got Pirate Princess Punch for Kairi Sane. The Submission Magician Mango, Shayna Baszler. Legit Boston Cream, Sasha Banks. Bailey the Berry, Bailey. Twisted Bliss, Blueberry, Alexa Bliss, the Riot Squad Root Beer for the Riot Squad, Iconic White Cherry for the Iconics, Rowdy Ronda Raspberry for Ronda Rousey, Zelina Vega Latin Passion Fruit for Zelina Vega, First Lady Lemonade for Lacey Evans, Sheeman Sherbert for Sheenam Sherbert, I'm sorry, for Ember Moon, Black Widow Blackberry for AJ Lee, Straight Fire Pineapple Strawberry for Becky Lynch, Crunch the Numbers Cookie Crunch for Dana Brooke. No, thank you there. Feel the Glow Grapefruit for Naomi. Ravishing Russian Red Velvet for Lana. A-lister French Vanilla for Maurice. I must say, French Vanilla Cool Whip. Love that commercial. Melon is Money for Carmella. Irresistible Force Orange for Nia Jax. No One Is Ready for Asuka Kai Berry for Asuka. Team Kick Kiwi Strawberry for Dakota Kai. Put Your Hair Up and Square Up S'mores for Sonya Deville. Golden Goddess Golden Raspberry for Mandy Rose. Renee Young Canadian Moose Tracks, and Puerto Rican Firecracker for Dasha Fuentes. We tweet Robbie back saying, make an advertisement for those men on your channel for those. One more request, do one for Aaliyah. Oh man, Robbie, you're nailing it there with these ice cream flavors. I gotta make the wrappers. I got to sometime. I'm not sure when, but I definitely would like to make candy wrappers, definitely, for all those ice cream flavors, just for the fun of it. Maybe I'll advertise them also here. Let's see here. I wanted Dakota Kai singles so I can try my luck. Ice cream, lol. Rockfuls, I love that slogan, Hassan. Bull predictions. Jack pins Rousey when she goes for the armbar. She rolls up Rousey, pins her clean. Bull prediction. Shades Seville, Riot Squad, Logan, Rousey, and Jax. I hate all of them. I want Maurice's ice cream, Lana's Red Velvet, and Cookie Crunch by Dana Brooke. Oh man, Robbie cracks me up, definitely. But yeah, I almost forgot about those ice cream flavors. So Robbie, I apologize in advance, but I'm glad I remembered them. But Dakota and Hassan, thank you guys again for tuning in live. I'm going to check out because I wanted to, do some color things before I go to bed tonight because I got to give it a decent time tomorrow because I'm working probably like 6 or 7 hours tomorrow on a last minute gig I was given. So I have that tomorrow. So yeah, I will I'm going to try to do one more level of Passage to Hull and Twofold tonight. I will do and then maybe if I have time, I'll try to record my rant on the Brock Lesnar title reigns, and then all the stuff I told you for tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday, whatnot. So it's gonna be a busy weekend for this channel, wrestling wise. So make sure to stay tuned, guys. Thank you again for tuning in. Leave thoughts down in the comment section below. Give this grade for NXT a B. Be sure to always click by, like, and subscribe for more content on this channel, and follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirboy93. I'll see you guys in my next favorite B, and if not, definitely tomorrow night for my special live stream on my top 10 wrestlers who I think should win if they're still active, or should have won if they're no longer active, the Money in the Bank contract. So thanks guys again for tuning in. I'm checking out. So until then, guys, I will see you all later. Have a good night, everybody.